Warning, this podcast contains spoilers. What's up, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the As Seen on TV podcast. This one for Agent Carter, episode 6, A Sin to Air. I'm your host, Mike, and joining me is the lovely Miss Cleo.
Hello.
Hello. We're all alone again.
There was an episode.
Oh, God. There was an episode. And it was a good episode at that. I'm just going to keep talking until she catches up. Yeah. So it was a good episode this week. Peggy and Jarvis team up yet again. And they go hunting for... It's really hard to talk while she's coming through piecemeal. Jarvis and Peggy team up and they start looking at the women Howard has been dating, or having flings with over the past few months, thinking one of them is a Leviathan agent. You're back.
I'm back.
Awesome.
Thank you for pointing that out.
So, my whole question with this entire thing, I don't give a crap about, anything else with this. How many bracelets do you think that jeweler has sold?
Enough to set him up for life, I'm sure. I'm sure he doesn't need a single other client.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't. Those are some fancy-ass bracelets.
To, thousands of women.
Very likely. What did he call
Probably everyone in Peggy's building, too.
Yeah. Good point. They could be getting a lot of similar packages in the mail.
Yeah.
What did he call it, the Stark Special?
Did he? I don't know.
I don't remember. If he didn't, he should have.
Only the finest diamonds.
Only the
Something
finest.
Carats, gold.
Oh, yeah. Only the finest diamonds. And he only uses the highest of carat of gold. Okay. So he uses 24 karat gold. He uses pure gold. Okay, thank you. That was a fun one. Were you somewhat expecting Dottie to show up as one of those women? And we lost you again. No, we didn't lose you.
No, I'm here. Just do I think Dottie did what?
I don't know. Were you expecting, not so much Dottie, were you expecting anything to come from that other than the comedic beating up of Jarvis that we got?
Well, I kind of not expected them to find Dottie, but some trail of her, and they did. Although all those women slapping Jarvis was very funny.
And then the one kicking him in the shin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peggy caught her arm. She kicked him in the shin.
Quick thinking on both their parts. Anyway,
Yeah.
Dooley starts interrogating, what's his face? Dr. I knew his name. Ivanchenko? Was that it? Something. He starts
maybe?
interrogating the psychiatrist they rescued from Russia last episode. And
yeah.
He's getting some information. He's getting somewhere. And then it looks like Dottie's going to blow his brains out from across the street. But lo and behold, they're talking to each other.
Yeah.
With a light and a sniper scope and him tapping out Morse code.
Yeah. I was all ready for Dooley to have to deal with seeing him dead in his office. I'm like, oh, this is going to be a whole thing, isn't it? And
this is going to go over so well.
It's like, oh. Yeah, I didn't feel right about him.
Yeah, I can honestly say I wasn't expecting that. Because he almost seems like he's giving Dottie orders, so he's either an agent or he's somewhat in charge of something.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I have no idea. I honestly didn't see it coming.
No, me neither.
No, and I'm with you. I was expecting his, him to get shot and then Dooley to freak out.
Yeah.
Well, that happened. So he's in there after Howard Stark's inventions. Do we know if he's after all of them or just specifically one of them?
I would assume it's specifically the one Peggy has.
Right.
It's specifically Captain America's blood. I assume Leviathan wants that.
More than anything?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, I mean, who wants a grenade that can cause a building to collapse in on itself?
Yeah. But, I mean, the Drake guy wanted the implosion device, too. So maybe it's all Stark's things?
It's possible. Pretty effective hypnotism device that he's got going on there. What was it? I forget. Agent, whose name I can't remember, but guy left with guarding him.
Is that sound waves?
Yeah, he's using some sort of auditory hypnotism with. I'm thinking I thought it was his ring, and yeah, how do I get in there? How do I get out of here? Great, you're gonna go to the bar. You're gonna enjoy a really fine shot of whiskey, and then the best bourbon. And you are going to really, really enjoy it. And then you're going to throw yourself in front of a bus. Or a truck. Or the first vehicle that's speeding by.
Yes. As soon as I was like, he's telling him to go get whiskey, he's going to walk into traffic, isn't he? He's going to get hit by a bus.
I was thinking a bus. Delivery truck.
Yeah, I guess
whatever.
Buses were less common.
In the 40s.
Yeah.
I guess. I really don't know. I wasn't around.
Yeah, I would assume that they were less common. Hit by a truck sooner. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know mass transit in the 50s.
Yeah, me neither. So Sousa finally collects all of his evidence against Peggy and brings it to Dooley. He then tasks the entire department with finding and bringing her back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't think they would get to it as quickly as they did or call in extra agents from DC or anything like that. Yeah. But as soon as the patrons were clearing out of the diner. As soon as they were clearing out of there.
I didn't expect the DC agents. Not that it mattered because
it is. You're catching up. It is so difficult to concentrate while that's happening. You're back.
I know it's almost there.
That's
yay. Okay, so
the agents.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't go much further.
Okay.
But yeah, as soon as the people started clearing out of there, I'm like, oh god, okay, what's happening here? And then she kicks the crap out of everybody.
I like they sent the DC agents in because she wouldn't recognize them, but she recognized them immediately.
Uh-huh. That's Agent so-and-so, and that over there is that's Agent so-and-so from DC. And then she kicks the crap out of everybody and goes out the back.
They're constantly underestimating her.
And then she kicks the crap out of Thompson.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sousa lets her go, which... I can't say I'm surprised, but I was expecting him to try to stop her more so than he did.
No, he loves her. He's not gonna... I don't know. It's an interesting question because even if he did have his leg, and actually me and John were arguing about his leg, but that'll come up later. If he had the use of his leg, would he still have physically tried to stop her, or would he have let her go?
You know, that's a good question.
Because I feel like Sousa would be more willing to step aside and let her go, but Thompson wouldn't. Thompson would.
No, Thompson.
Not put her down. Neither of them would shoot her.
No, neither would shoot her. But yeah, I guess Sousa would have let her go regardless. I think that was more of the shock. Like, I still can't believe, what the hell's going on. Like, he was willing to give her the benefit of the doubt instead of immediately just accusing her and saying, yeah, you're a traitor, I'm arresting you, screw you, I hate you. But, She escapes back, goes back to the Griffith, goes to get Steve's blood back, and they, of course, like Jarvis says, it's the first place they're going to look for you. Well, yeah, it's the first place they started looking for.
Yeah, he needed absolute proof before he...
Yeah. Oh, that was you catching up from before.
But she needed the blood. She couldn't let them get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. I heard...
She needed blood. She couldn't let them...
I mentioned that, and all of a sudden I hear, yeah, he needed absolute proof. I was like...
Yeah, that was old. That was a while ago.
We're good. We're fine.
It's fine. It's okay, guys. Good episode.
Yeah.
Good episode.
It was a very good episode, which I'm happy about.
Oh, yeah.
So she gets the blood, they bust into her room. Miss Fry is freaking out. Like,
oh, that was like the best.
You gentlemen.
She's like, I can't just give you that. He takes the book out of her hand, and she's like,
that's personal information. What are your badge numbers? There are no men allowed above the first floor.
You want to know? I wrote it down so I would never forget it.
Queen hard-ass paragon of celibacy.
Yep.
I haven't been coming... I've been slacking.
No, we can keep calling her that because it's perfect.
Alright. I've been slacking on coming up with new degrading names for that woman. Now she's all snobby, nose turned up in the air like, I knew Peggy Carter was no good.
Those girls from the telephone company.
Those girls from the telephone company.
I like I'm making her British and she's not British.
Close enough. I mean, really. So... She's
proper. It was how you spoke properly back.
Properly. And then I just watched you fast forward. It'll catch up. Dom's watching in stream right now. He'll have another moment to spit his soda out of his nose.
Like he's spitting soda out.
He's enjoying auto-tuned Cleo. I'm enjoying it too. So Peggy almost escapes.
So
almost escapes, runs into Dottie, and Dottie kisses her. Which, utterly shocking to Peggy until she realizes...
You have my brand.
You're wearing my brand. My brand!
Yeah, that's all I can think about. It's like, my brand!
My brand! As she falls down. And then her life is inadvertently saved by Thompson and Sousa coming around the corner. So, I mean, even groggy like that, you think she would have found a way to mutter out, Leviathan agent. But, yeah, she was completely out of it.
Yeah.
And now, the episode ends with Peggy Carter in custody. So, now what?
Now she tries to convince them that she is not the most important thing right now.
Yeah, that's gonna go over well.
It's not gonna go over well.
No.
But at least she is in the same room as Steve's blood.
Yes, that's the plus.
I think that is a better outcome than her leaving it
in the wall
and risking it being at the SSR without her.
Mm-hmm. Very true. It is in the same room as her still, so yeah. I'm curious where this is going to go from now and how hard they're going to interrogate her, because Thompson's probably pissed that he just got knocked out by a girl.
He needs to suck it up.
Oh, he even told her when she came out to the alley. He's like, I told those DC guys you'd be harder to... They wouldn't believe me when I said you'd be hard to catch.
And then he walked right up to her. I'm like, dude. She's
like...
gonna disarm you so fast.
You're not even gonna see it, like... Unless you are absolutely willing to shoot her dead right now, she is going to disarm you and kick your ass.
Yeah. And even if she ran, I don't think he would have shot her.
No, exactly. Like,
chased her.
The only thing he could have done is when she made a move, would be pull the trigger and shoot her.
Yeah.
And if... Do it. And he wasn't going to do that. So the only thing that was going to happen was he was going to get the crap beaten out of him.
Yep.
So, he asked for it.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious how they're going to interrogate her, where she's going to go. And wow, that was an amazing auto-tune. you're not back yet. So I'll finish my thought. Curious where this is going, when they're going to find out the Doctor and Dottie are Leviathan agents, and just basically how it's going to end.
Yeah. Well, Peggy doesn't know about the Doctor.
Nobody does.
She knows about Dottie, so she's going to tell them about Dottie. They're not going to believe her. Dottie's going to break into the SSR, and then they'll believe her.
Yeah, and
it's probably about how it's going to go.
Yeah, and the promo for next week shows Dottie Black Widowing her way down like 5 flights of stairs.
I mean, yeah.
Like, okay, start shooting webs and I'll believe you're Spider-Woman. But before that, this is straining the imagination.
Well, Black Widow is a spider.
Very true, a Black Widow is a spider. So is there anything we missed this episode?
I mean, we sort of covered it all pretty,
It was another...
pretty broadly.
It was another concise episode.
The scene in the diner where Peggy's beating the crap out of the DC guys, that was shot beautifully. They shot it. They must have spent a couple $1,000 extra on it because it looked like, a scene out of Avengers.
It did.
Yeah.
You're right. It was a very well...
It was better camera, higher frame rate.
I see this is why I like someone who works on this kind of stuff to actually be here, because I didn't notice that kind of crap. I just thought, wow, that was an awesome scene.
I know, and
I couldn't tell you why.
I explained it to John too. I was like, yep, they shot it like they would shoot a scene for a movie with a higher frame rate camera, probably better lens. I don't know specifically what they used, but
probably had an extra camera or two on hand for better angles or a better shot or something. Or who knows? It was just a really nice scene. I liked it.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was done. It was done just like the movies are done. So
Awesome.
when I saw it, I was like, yes.
Yes. Well done. An epic angle of ass kicking.
Mm-hmm, definitely. So me and John were wondering, and
go on.
About Seuss's leg.
Okay, about his leg.
Because I knew he got injured, but like John at first thought he had polio, and then he was like, "Does he have a wooden leg?" And I was like, "I'm not sure. I thought he just got shot, and then didn't." Is he missing his leg? Is it a wooden leg, or is it his leg that he just can't use anymore?
I think it's his leg he can't use anymore.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Because of the way he's walking.
No, he's got a wooden leg. I'm like, are you sure? You thought he had polio?
Yeah. It's the way he's walking and the way he gimps with that crutch that makes me think it's still his leg.
Okay.
I don't know.
Now that John pointed it out, I can see it because I guess they didn't say where he got shot, because if he got shot in his knee, then he'd have to walk that way, but if it cut his leg off, and that's just a prosthesis, then that could explain why he keeps his leg straight the whole time.
It could.
He never bends his knee on that leg.
You finally caught up.
I don't know how much of that you got.
I got the whole thing.
It's a beautiful.
It just I got it nice and slow. I don't know if they cut off his leg. Is exactly what I got. So, see, he said he got it in the femur. So if it nicked the artery, then they would have had to remove his leg. They would have had to have removed his leg because, don't ask how I know this little tidbit of information, but the arterial reconstruction techniques required to save a femoral artery injury were not developed until the mid-1950s. Little fun trivia fact. I really need to take the test for Jeopardy. But if he took it in the femur and it did enough damage, they would have probably had to take the leg off.
Okay.
But I don't know. There's degrees of injury. I think it's still his leg.
Okay.
But
because
I never thought of it.
Yeah, it's probably something that they haven't addressed because it's delicate, and also most of us don't ask these questions.
Yeah, and
like, I would have just let it go as it being an injury and his leg anymore. But then John was like, "No, it's wooden," and I'm like, "Oh, maybe it is."
I thought, you know what? I was letting it go as an injury. I thought, like, you know, if anybody's watched House, a more severe, like his was caused by a blood clot, but a more severe version of a muscle injury that House had. Yeah. And that's what I left it at. But now that he brings up the wooden leg thing, I'm questioning. I'm going to be going back and watching all these episodes and trying to figure that out. I mean, obviously the actor doesn't have a wooden leg, but... Damn it. Damn it, John. Why do you have to do this to me? You're not even here, and you're doing this to me.
Yeah.
Blame him. Thank you, auto-tuned yes. And this is... I really hate this setup right now.
Because if it is his leg and he's walking like that... Have I died and gone to hell?
You're back.
Yay! I was doing this for a while.
I don't know.
I don't think you saw that.
I didn't see it. Anyway, okay. I think that's our episode. So.
Probably, because you won't understand anything I say.
Unfortunately. Next week's episode is called Snafu. And here's the bit we got from the internet. Peggy is cornered and more vulnerable than ever as Leviathan makes their move against her. They seems to have already done that. Trust me, this is the synopsis for next week. I double-checked. As the SSR zeroes in on Howard Stark, they may pay the ultimate price as they find their true enemy is closer than they realized. That last line is like word for word from last week. Like, Peggy realizes her true enemy is closer than she may have thought, or something like that. I should bring it up, but nah.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's our episode.
Well, yeah, Peggy realized it this episode.
She realized it. So there's no more...
She realized it this episode, but the rest of the guys won't realize it. Hopefully.
Now I have an annoying cat. Get out of here. Come on. Move. Cleo, Queen of Autotune. Where can they find you?
At Cleomoto.
Yes!
I was hoping... On the socials and at Twitch at the Cleomoto.
I was hoping...
You heard any of that.
Oh, no, they heard all of it. I was just hoping you would auto-tune. They can find me on... at Cleomoto. So, I'm happy. You can find me on the Twitters at Philodrin, and you can also find all of us on YouTube, Facebook, Gmail, Google+, MySpace, and I probably forgot something. ASO TV Podcast, all one word. You can follow us there for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Captain America says bye.
Sounds like